Our body is divided into top and bottom, right and left, front and back halves by the three planes of motion: the frontal, sagittal, and transverse plane. Before we get started to the three planes of motion, it is important to us to understand the universal starting position, which is called anometical neutral or anometical starting position. To assume this position, stand up with your knees straight, legs together, face facing forward, arms by the sides, and palms facing forward. First, frontal plane. The frontal plane is a plane that divides the body into front and back halves, or the posterior and anterior sides of the body. Anterior or ventral is at or near the front of the body or front view, while posterior or dorsal is at or near the back of the body or back view. Frontal plane motion runs in side to side or up and down parallel direction. One of the exercises with a resistance of frontal plane is jumping jack. Jumping jack occurs in the frontal plane since the movement is add and adduction of the arms and legs occurring parallel to the plane moving forwards and away from the midline, or the adduction and abduction movement. Adduction is the movement of a body part towards the body's midline, while abduction is the movement of a body part away from the midline of the body. A midline is the line that divides your body in half down to the middle to make right and left sides. The next plane is sagittal plane. The sagittal plane is a plane that divides the body into right and left halves. Sagittal plane motion runs in forward and backward, like walking, or up and down parallel direction, like doing squat. While doing squat, my body flex and extends. Or flexion when lowering to the ground, and extension when standing back up at the ankles, knees, and hips. When flexing and extending the lower extremity, the knees are tracking parallel to the imaginary plate that cuts the body into left and right halves. Also, the hips move back and down, similarly staying in line with the track of sagittal plane. There is no intentional left and right movement during this exercise. Therefore, the squat can be classified as sagittal plane exercise. The next and last plane is transverse plane. The transverse plane is a plane that divides the body into top and bottom halves, or the superior and inferior. Superior or cranial is towards the head or the upper part of the body, while inferior is away from the head or lower part of the body. Transverse plane motion refers to the motion that rotates or moves horizontally medial to lateral or lateral to medial. Medial is towards the midline or middle part of the body, while lateral is away from the midline or middle part of the body. Example of an exercise within a transverse plane is trunk twist. Trunk refers to the chest, waist, and hip of a body. Doing the trunk twist, you twist your trunk or the upper part of your body to the left and right.